What's that?
Prince to take this rail off and put little plugs in there.
What is going to come out?
This whole thing. And then there's holes. These are threaded in this right here. Oh, did you hit record? Hi everybody, today we are working on the cylinder head for my 1996 Ford F-150. I posted on TikTok a couple weeks ago, posted on a Facebook page for the 300 inline 6 group, and I cracked 5 out of the 6 combustion chambers on the exhaust side. So there is, I think that was good. Small crack there, huge crack there, huger crack there, and the other 2 are not too bad. So I think we're going to work on getting this smog tube off, and we're going to start disassembling this head. I've never taken one of these EGR tubes out, so we'll just play with them, and we're probably going to have to be soaked in a lot of PB Blaster or something. Yeah, they're just, these things are like sheet metal. They're not really even solid bolts, so. Oh, that one's moving a little bit. Yeah, they're just flattening right out. I'm probably just gonna have to end up cutting this thing off. This is a junk head anyway. We're not looking to put this thing back together. We got a few other options we've been looking at. The option I think I'm gonna go with, you could go to a junkyard, get a used one. Odds are it's gonna be junk anyway. Or ProMax has a stock replacement, completely assembled head, and that's not a terrible option, but I've seen some people, the spring rate's too heavy for a stock camshaft, stock push rods. I guess some people had some bent push rods. So the route I think I'm actually going to take is a bare ProMax casting. I'm going to disassemble this head, take my valves out, clean them, put my stock springs back on that ProMax head, and call it good. I will have to go to, I don't have a valve spring compressor or anything, so probably just going to go to Harbor Freight, pick one up. I'll probably do that a little bit later. But for now, I'm just going to cut this smog tube off because we're not going to use this head anyway. I'm just trying to get that out of the way so I can get some valves out. And probably going to try my hand at porting this one too. Never ported heads before. What are you doing, dork?
Nothing.
He's trying to be on camera, but he don't want to be on camera. I've never ported a set of heads or a head before. This one's junk anyway, so I'm going to try it out and see what happens. I think there are a lot of decent, half-ass decent numbers, like ProMax. I think they flow at like 215, 220 at 500 thousandths lift or something like that. They're all CNC ported, so every chamber is the same, but if you do a hand port, you could get close to that, if not better. Their combustion chambers, like their bulwark will probably be better just because CNC, like it'll just be more consistent. But I don't know, I'm gonna try it. I'm a pretty decent metal worker, so it should be okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this smog tube off, and we're just waiting on Jasper. Got some eye protection on. Don't have any ear protection, so we're just gonna have him plug his ears. Eyes on. Cut off wheel made pretty quick work of that thing. That's junk, so we'll throw that away. There you go. There you go, helper. To Harbor Freight to try and grab a valve spring compressor. Don't know if they have any in stock. I looked online and they got the dudes online, but we'll see once we get in the store. So, totally ended up with more than what I needed. Went ahead and got a couple of trays, store valve springs and stuff like that. Ooh, and I got a free gift for after Christmas. So that was cool. I got some batteries. Valve spring compressor, so we'll go ahead and take all those off. Also got a found these little trays pretty cheap, so we'll throw the valves and shit in here. And the springs, rather. Maybe we'll see. We may just leave the valves out. We got to do a lot of cleaning on them, so that'll probably be in our next video. Actually, cleaning all these valves, making sure they're all good. It has a lot of carbon buildup and stuff once you get them taken out, so can't really tell if they're good or not until you get them all cleaned up. See cracks and stuff like that. Never used one of these in particular. I did some engine work for with a buddy of mine, Brian Finney, when we were really young. So we used a pneumatic valve spring compressor. It's really similar to this, like a C-clamp style valve spring compressor, but it was badass and they're awesome. This is a Harbor Freight cheapie, like 40 bucks. So, we'll see how it works. Should work pretty decent. Like a ton of people use these styles, so. Let's see. You can either do it the long way, or you may just be able to set this. Might spring out a little too hard. But, yeah, there you go. That worked. That is one exhaust valve right there. Yeah, really dirty. Exhaust valves get dirtier than intake valves do because obviously the gas is already burnt. Ton of carbon buildup on this dude, and we'll get it cleaned up. I'm not gonna do a valve job on this thing or nothing like that. It's just a daily driver, 96 F-150 5-speed truck, so nothing fancy. Later on, I did want to go this Pro Max route because later on I may do some different stuff. There's a 300s are getting even more popular than ever right now because like Power Nation did that thing a couple of years ago. A couple thousand horsepower builds out there right now, so it's they're really cool. And I used to be a hardcore just V8 guy. Never really liked them, but I got this truck and I saw some people doing some cool stuff with them, and yeah. You know, professional cameraman back there. He's shaking his head. But I saw a lot of really cool stuff with them lately. My Uncle Robert was a big 300 straight six guy. He loved the straight sixes. And my cousins too. That's who got me into doing all this stuff. It's my Uncle Robert. He passed away a couple years ago now, and I miss him every day. I need to sort these things out just a little bit better. A lot of things in the valve train you want to keep in order, the way you took them apart. But with this new head, we're going to be lapping them anyway, so they'll go into wherever I want to put them. So I'm not going to worry too much about keeping track of where they came out of. is keep all of the valve springs together, like per cylinder, so intake, exhaust. We'll keep them in that kind of order. There's an intake valve right there. A little bit bigger, obviously, if any of your car guys out there know. But yeah, this one's actually ridiculously dirty too. Something to be a little bit cleaner than that, but oh well. It's cool. Just gonna leave these hanging out in front of the rocker arms. Gross. Nah, leave them out there, bub. We got all the valves taken out of this 300 head. Well, all but one, I guess. Get this guy out of there. Like I said, we had cracks in five out of the 6 combustion chambers. And it really surprised me. I thought this thing just had a bad head gasket or something. It was overheating a little bit. Real bad miss. It was missing pretty bad, but me and my buddy Jesse came over and took the head off, and the head gasket was great. So we looked at the head, and it was so bad. Surprised the heck out of me. See that one. Quit, bub. Quit. There is one that did get into the coolant passage, I'm sure. Like that one may have a little bit. I wonder. This is where this little, I don't know if you can see that, if it'll show up on camera or not. That little scallop right there. That is that's where the EGR or it's EGR or smog, whatever you want to call it. The EGR tube comes down into the exhaust chamber like that. Hey, let's quit. Those Promax heads are machined for that. They're an EFI remake, pretty much. But that is it for this video. And on the next video, me and Jasper will come out here and we'll just get some Scotch-Brite and stuff and clean up these valves. And we'll probably order the Promax head next week. And then lapping, valves like head reassembly, obviously. We're gonna have to find some plugs for the EGR on the new head because I'm not doing EGR on the new head. It is a mass airflow truck, so I don't know how that's gonna affect how the truck runs, but I hope it works okay. And it is a mass air truck, so I am very curious about camming it and actually porting the new heads too. That'll be a lot of fun. Way later down the road though. Right now it's just a daily. Like I just need something to drive right now. Yeah, we're driving my girlfriend's rig right now. This is my only other rig that works. Did work. I got a 17 Mustang GT that needs a transmission, and I got a couple of Rangers too that need an engine swap. So there will be plenty of stuff on this channel to watch, and I just need to get down to it and get the stuff done. You'll see plenty more of that turd too. All right, thank you. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.